Hey mama, hey daddy. Welcome to my channel. Welcome back to my channel if this is not your first time here, and welcome for the first time if it is. I'm Jessica, aka Mrs. B's Homeschooling, and in this video I'm going to be sharing with you my views, at least, on how long should it take to homeschool. Okay, so if you have just begun homeschooling, thinking about homeschooling, or even if you've been doing it for a while and you're wondering how long should this take, you're not alone. Honestly, when I started homeschooling, my journey has been like so up and down, just trying to figure it all out. And that's pretty much what I want to share in this channel. It's kind of like my own journey with it. But how long should homeschooling take is not just a fits all answer. It can actually be a sort of complicated answer, to be honest. So for me personally, homeschooling before I get into that, may I please ask you to like this video, comment, share, subscribe in this video. I know you can't comment until you actually have gotten to the end, but for the initial part, would you please subscribe? I mean, it would be greatly appreciated. This will let me know that you're enjoying the content and you want me to continue to share the content. So, and I enjoy doing this, so if you would please subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you know that when I do post a new video. Also, thumbs up, give it a thumbs up, okay? All right, so back to how long does it take me to homeschool? Well, as I said before, it's not a one-size-fits-all thing, number one. And number two, I'm probably gonna end up making multiple videos about this. And number two, it evolves based on a lot of factors. How many kids you're homeschooling, what are their grade levels, how fast do they catch on the concepts, those, and what other things do you have going on in your life. Me, for example, not only am I homeschooling 3 kids and I have a toddler, I also work from home. I have a business that I'm running from home. And yeah, those things, and all of my kids are like on just totally different grade levels. So these are all things that you have to factor into how long is it going to take for you to homeschool. So as I said before, me initially, homeschooling for me takes anywhere from 3 to 4 hours a day. Sometimes, and this can depend, like I said, on a lot of things, and it depends on the kid. If, like, for example, my youngest son, if he is for whatever reason not in the mood, and that happens sometimes, if he's not in the mood, it could literally take all day. Something that should have only taken 2 hours can turn into 6 hours if he's just not feeling it. If I'm introducing a new concept, like with my 3rd grader, where I actually have to hold her hand a lot more, then that could take, even with her, it still doesn't take very long. If for some reason, like my oldest son, it's not difficult with him, but sometimes when I notice that he's finishing things really fast, I'll give him more to do, just because I'm like, okay, you're mastering this pretty quickly. I want you to have, some extra stuff. So for him, yeah, I might give him a little more just to fill up a few more hours of his day. But all in all, on average, we're averaging 3 to 4 hours a day of school. And this is where we are doing reading, writing, math, and we're definitely getting those core subjects in. And like I said, it also depends on the child, because like if my child is not in the mood, which sometimes it happens, and I'm not gonna twist his arm to do it, I mean, then it can take some time. Like, it can take some hours. And then also I have a toddler. And when you throw her into the mix, like, that can sometimes start and stop. So does that mean there are 3 to 4 consecutive hours? Not all the time. It is when we are like on point in the morning. This is where a schedule comes in really handy. But Yeah, all in all 3 to 4 hours. Now, on the other hand, say when I first started homeschooling, I was homeschooling almost the whole 8 hours, and at that time I was only homeschooling one kid. Why was it taking so long? A lot of it just came from me feeling so guilty about him finishing so fast, that I would be like a drill sergeant, and I would like give him more and more and more to do, and then things that just were not necessary. Now then I see in hindsight, it just wasn't necessary. I mean, if it only took 3 to 4 hours, like it just only takes 3 to 4 hours. There's no reason. And I let them use the other time in their interests. Like my oldest son, he's building a game. My daughter, she's teaching herself to play the keyboard. My youngest son, he likes to build blocks and stuff like that. He's making like these massive Lego things. So they all have their separate interests. Plus they bond, they're talking to each other. I don't know, they just come up with these awesome ideas together. So when they're done with their official school, and then I let them go and explore their interests and their passions, I feel satisfied. I feel like you're getting what you need, and it doesn't take all day. So to answer your question, how long does it take to homeschooling? It's gonna ultimately depend on you. I have friends who homeschool, and their timing is a bit different. I have one friend who has 2 kids, and it takes her 6 hours to homeschool them. I have another friend who she normally takes a regular 7 to 8 hours to do hers as well. So, and then where I have other moms who they're pretty much like me, it's only taking 3 to 4 hours. And back to the mom who's taking 7 to 8 hours, a lot of her time is also taken up with doing like extra curricular type activities with her kids. So that's where a lot of her hours are taken up. So I really don't know just any parent where it's taking them a full 8 hours to school the kid every day. I don't see how it could take so long. I really don't. But yeah, I mean, maybe every blue moon it could take that long, but like on a daily basis, 8 hours, and it's just you and your kid, like I don't know if that's necessary. So anyway, that pretty much sums up this video. Hopefully that can give you an idea. Like, of course, here's another thing. Will you feel guilty? If you're just starting out, you might feel guilty, like, oh, school's not lasting long enough. And look who we have here. We have the toddler, the one I've been talking about, who's always distracting me. And Honeybee. Oh, but no. Come over here. Oh. Okay. So, that's it. That pretty much wraps up this video. One thing I did want to say was that something you may feel like in the beginnings, you might feel very guilty about not doing several hours of school. That's pretty common. Most mothers that I run into who do it as a new parent, when they're brand new, and say, especially if you're coming out of the public school system, if your child is coming out of the public school system, a lot of parents feel very guilty about not doing a full 7 to 8 hours of school. That's normal. I felt that same guilt, which is why I was like a drill sergeant on my son. But you're going to soon and quickly find out that your child is not a dummy, and that they're pretty brilliant, and that they can catch on to things pretty fast. And oftentimes when things take long, a lot of times it's because you're forcing it, and you need to probably look at a different approach. Okay? All right, so that's it for this video. Just wanted to give you some quick tips on how long it should take for you to homeschool. Be sure to comment below. Tell me if you're homeschooling, tell me how long it takes you to homeschool your kid. Maybe it takes you an hour to homeschool your kid. Maybe it takes you the full 8 hours to homeschool your kid. I don't know, but I'm curious to hear what you guys have to say. All right, so go ahead, comment below, like, share, subscribe, and give me a thumbs up. And you know what? I'm going to see you in the next video. Bye.